All right, good evening, everyone. Late night ES, basically going over what's to come for the market this week. And I want to just go straight into the chart that I've been talking about for the past 2 weeks is the weekly and the 4D charts. So I want to strictly jump right into weekly chart. Okay, so we topped out around 479.98. This is SPY, by the way. And currently SPY is trading at 427.26. So what's happening here? Why I went straight to the weekly? Because the weekly starts a new candle. Okay, we start a new candle. And that candle actually is going to be gapping down. Now, when this candle gaps down, I am a buyer. And here's why. I just want to give you, like, my whole thing is I like to give you both sides. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. So here you can see this rectangle box that I did. That's basically the area we're going to be gapping at. But what I like to also do is I like to use my horizontal line. I like to move that to the current price of aftermarkets or futures. So currently it's at 427. I'm going to use the bid just to give enough room. So 427.27. So we're going to go to 427.27. I'm going to draw Ole over here. Why? Because I wanted to go straight across. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with this line. It's like prepping yourself for the next day. So this is a very important line. You can see why. Let me get rid of this box, going a little backwards. This is currently where the price is at. This is the area where we're going to be gapping down to. Here. Now, here, I'm a buyer. Why? This is 426.76. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back a little bit. We're going to follow that 426.76. And we're going to watch what price did at that level. Here, we had a double bottom. And what happened? Price advanced from 426 to 479. 50 points. Also, this 426.76 was a previous breakout area as well, which was here. This level is very, very, very important. Now, I'm going to point out another thing that stands out to me. Your 1420, your 1420 and 30 SMAs. Keep in mind, we're just going to go over how those work, what I look for in them. As time goes on, you'll develop your own thing, your own strategy with this, but you can just see how price reacts. So I'm going to use blue for the SMAs. I'm going to use green or red for where price is at. So I'm going to show you. I'll bring this back a little bit. I use the retracement tool. So for years, we've been riding the 14 SMA. Jesus Christ, this is a 4D. Okay. We've been riding the 14 SMA since 10/16/20. We came down to the 30. Every time we tested the 30, we bounced, we tested it. How many years later from this was in October of, it was actually, this is October 2020. Then we retested the 30 SMA again here. Wow, in October 2021, a year later. This is some like sometimes this is good data too. Keep that in mind. Here again. Oops. They're gonna get to why I'm doing this. What I'm trying to show you guys. All right, keep going back a little bit more. So the reason I am not full on a bear, or I'm not precious towards the way of going short, is because we've been here before. This is not the first time. With the same data out there, even more data is produced, more fundamentals are changing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's remove rectangle. Perfect. We got that 427.28. All right. I'm going to give you some good points to go over. So here, this was an area we bounced off. Just giving you some, we're going backwards, right? A little bit. History repeats, and history can repeat in many ways, of crashes, of testing certain price points before it advances. Just showing you the S&P 500 from 67. What's over? Oh, wait, nope, that's not 1,000 points almost. Would have been nice. I'll just give you an idea. So we're gonna get our little oval. And this is gonna be, I'm gonna show you something though. So we haven't, oof, damn, I gotta, this is 15 years. This is 15 years. So when we first topped out, I guess, and actually had like a bear market was around here. I gotta make these ovals a little bit better. So let me just go rectangle instead, since that's already colored. Second. That came down into a territory where we were selling off from, what is this, 2007, bottom down 2009, right? And from there, we just kept continue going higher and higher and higher, retesting levels, retesting breakout levels, and then continue advancing. I need my oval, I gotta do my oval. So I'm gonna show you something. Every time we went under the 1430 SMA, just gonna highlight this, highlight this, highlight this. I'm doing this because this is also a previous breakout point. Let me change my colors. Just gonna edit these. Do like a better color. Actually, yellow. Yellow should be good. Yeah, yellow's good. It's brighter. Just pay attention to where I'm going with this. I'm all for everybody making money. It doesn't matter what side you're on. So just pay attention. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. This yellow looks nice. For 27.27, right? Boom. Let's edit that. Let's make it exactly 427.27. Okay, that's 427.27. Okay, so just look at what happens when price breaks below 14 and 30, and then what it does after. So we got signal, we got our signal here. It's pointing there. Got a signal here. We got two signals here. Very rare. Now let me get my annotation on real quick. Here we go. Look at these points here, another one here, another one here. So each point we had a decline. And every time we had a decline, it found the bottom. And then what happened? It whiplashed right back above the 1430 SMA and continued to climb. As it retested each level, signaling here, many places where people call tops. Then we got up to here the second time we tested. We broke all the way down. And what happened? We tested the support. I'm just giving you guys a visual. And then what happened after that? Support, I mean, anybody was smart. They all would have been a buyer here. I would have started adding calls here, getting long here instead of trying to catch a bottom. This would have been an obvious short all the way down here where I would have covered my puts, and then I would have went long. And then what happens? Got back over to 1430, and then we did it again. We test, come down, all the way up, test, come down. We're gonna break, come all the way up again, and we break down. How far are we gonna go here? I'm not too sure. But why I like 427.27, because that right there, that level was we're gapping outside on a weekly candle. That already for me makes me want to get long there. Potential bottom, potential bounce. I want to show you something else as well. I like this yellow. Silver. Just want to give you guys, and just want to break this down to you guys. Here we go. All right, perfect. So your purple candles are your green candles, your yellow candles, your gray candles are your red candles. Okay. So technically we are opening up around here. So it's a new candle. So two things can happen. We can open here, bounce up here, then reject and come right back down. Actually, let me get my little tool. Here we go, my arrows. So this is going to be the candle that basically stands out to me. These two candles, this one, this engulfing one, which we had 3 inside candles here. We got 1, 2, and we got 3, right? Now, it doesn't mean we're going outside. We are opening up outside. But what can happen here is we're going to retest what this candle did here. It gapped down, created a spinning top. And then what happened? Reversed, did a box, and reversed up. But what happened? The rejection. So the 3 candles where that went inside were all rejected by the 1430 and 20 SMAs. Your purple, your green, and your orange. Okay, so being a buyer here would not be bad. You can take a starter here at 427 off the open on Monday. I'm going to be a buyer. For the first 30 minutes, I'm going to take a starter. And the first target I am buying, and this is how I'm going to break it down to you guys. This is how I scale. So I'm scaling in at 427.27, right? My first target to profit would be here. This is my first target because we will be above this candle here for 124 on the 4-day. And we'll be basically here at this opening candle as well. Was at 432.68. And we'll be basically near last week's last week's lows. So we want to basically close above 432.57 by Wednesday. Okay. Right now we're at 426. We're under 427 now, so we can make that line go lower. We got to watch this wick here. And everybody's waiting for these lows right here, 420. So you want to watch that. So like I said, depending on when we open, I'm a buyer anywhere under 427.27. That gap filled at 432. So automatically at the open, you can either wait the first 5 minutes, depending on how you want. You can take a start at 427.27 if we open below that. And immediately I'm buying 432 calls for that same day. So what I would use is OPC, whatever, and see where those calls are going to be for Monday's open and put limit orders in within 10-cent increments to 5-cent increments, depending if they're going to be under $1. If they're trading under 50 cents, it'll be in 5-cent increments to 15-cent increments. If it's trading under 30 cents for the opening, then I will put increments of 5 to 10. So it gets smaller as it gets lower towards a nickel. And I'll scale out here. But what I'm looking at is another retest. We go right back inside of this candle here. Oops. What's the tool? Okay. So we're looking at this range inside this candle here. So 457 and 432. We can be trading sideways for a minute. We've done this before on many occasions. And I'm going to show you guys right now. Sorry, that's Cuddy. Hey, sleepyhead. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Just want to show you. So here, topped out all the way down. Went sideways for a bit. Went inside. And a lot of people sleep on inside candles too. Very telling sometimes. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna do another level as well. I'm gonna put this back where it was, right here, perfect. So I'm gonna do this level here. This level, so this 433 is going to be very important. And I mean very important. Right? Because what happens, let me just get rid of this. Move oval, I think 3. There we go. So what we're looking at, and I'm focusing on SPY more so because SPY is very easy to trade. So I love to trade. I told you guys I would start focusing more on that. But let me get a square going over here. Perfect. We went inside one candle, and that was this one. Let me see if I can make that a little thicker. That's the thickest so far. Actually, no, I can't. Hold on 1 second. Let me just fix this. Make it a little thicker. That's the most thickest you can get. Wow. Well, you can see here, that's the thickest it could get, I guess. So all the candles went inside of this one candle. They also did come outside of it as well. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this oval real quick to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So let's remove this oval. Got 2 of them here, removing it. So here we go, our favorite. All these candles went inside this one candle before breaking outside. You can see that. Same thing applies here. We can open way outside of this rectangle here with no problem. As long as we close back inside of it, remains bullish and we remain above that what is that? 432.57 level. Yep, 432.57. So why my bias and why I trade the way I do is because I don't care about news. I just care about what the chart is telling me, how everything is looking. I got to look at the obvious sometimes too. And some people think like, oh, it's an obvious short. It's not an obvious short. Where it's at now, I definitely would be long at open. This whole war thing, I'm not taking it lightly, but we've been here before. And they know how to manipulate the market when it comes to those headlines, whether people want to believe it or not. So this 916 candle on the 4D, no matter what, they even broke below it, and what happened? Still closed above this level here that we have. What is that? 433.86. What would be crazy, and I mean, we got enough juice to manipulate the price and how this market's been swinging on headlines. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a strong headlines. Midday, Monday, or everything starts Tuesday with strong headlines, and we just rip right back up to the 14 SMA. Can we go lower? Yes. So how will we play the low? We need to watch inside here this week. So I'm very like specific with how I am with things. Okay, perfect. That's inside there. So this is going to be what we're going to be watching. Or gaps do fill. Remember that. So a gap down, I wouldn't be upset at it. The safest place to take the 433s for Friday, Monday as well. 440s for next Wednesday or next Monday. And we're going to see how we get back inside of this candle here. This is the candle that's going to be the main candle to watch. So when price gets back into there, we're looking at sideways action. And that sideways action is going to coincide with this trend here. These are all trending. We'll move. The price bounces here. Get my annotations again. We come up from down here and hit this. And then we'll continue to stay inside this 416 candle. No, sorry, not 416. Not one. Let's go over that again. 128, sorry. So we want to see how that works this week. Like I tell you guys, it's a scalper's market. I'm sorry what anybody says. Going long and going short. If you're going to go long, at least by 2 months minimum. Short, you can play at the money. You can just play at the money and just make money off of that as well. But below 420.80, I'll start my real starter long-term puts. But I'm not going to get giddy and start thinking, oh, we're breaking that with ease or just as fast. I want to see how this reacts. Because the more we reject the 30 SMA and we stay below it, the more we're in a bear territory. We are not in bear territory until we continue to reject. And we'll know more and more or less by March. Let's see what happens. To retest with a, what is that? I'm gonna show you something else too. Another horizontal line. I want to do it from here. Let's just say this was like a right shoulder or anything like that. Be head and shoulders. It's very possible. Or be an asymmetrical triangle. But like I said, I don't get overly bearish or bullish unless the chart is telling me that. So I wanted to focus on SPY for the night. I mean, we can look at futures too, if you guys want to, and show you futures. I got to clear up my watch list. Always do that. Of my 4Ds is inverted. Sorry about that. I look at both charts. Give you guys an idea. And we got a double top. We can have another one here as well. 421.16 is going to be very interesting. We take off this inverted. Let's go regular. There we go. This is your 4-day chart. You highlight over it, you hover over it, and it tells you when that candle started. It started the 21st. So that's Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This candle ends Wednesday. So what can happen here? You can get something like 124, come all the way down, bounce off, and go from there. Also, if I'm correct, the 2D started Friday, so it ends tomorrow. Inverted 2D. It started Friday, closes tomorrow. New one starts Tuesday the 23rd. Inverted hammers, gotta love them. I look at every chart possible, look at every scenario, but I always focus on the 4-day, the weekly, and the 2-day. The daily only when the 2D starts. That's when I focus on the daily charts. Like I can show you so many different things in these charts to make you be a buyer, make you be a seller, whatever. I look at every single possible outcome. You can say this is a wedge if you want, whatever you want. But this gap down, we can have a continuation until below 42.58. 42.09, I'd be a big buyer there. By 318, back over 43. Well, way before that. I mean, this is the daily chart. I look at everything when I'm trading, everything, all price action. 4 hours, 2 hours, intraday. You can scalp as much as you like, and a lot of people don't understand that. In and out. I would like us to stay down here for a bit, going into open tomorrow. The spinning top has already got me. If I traded futures, I'd be long here. That's my 2 cents. Some basics. Let's see how this acts here. Buyers, buyers, buyers. I think these futures show volume subgraph. Got everything. I just wanted to show you guys that. Wanted to go over that. Have an open mind. You can trade any side you want. Don't always rely on somebody else's opinion. If it works and it's not broken, do not fix it. And stop revenge trading. Stop giving back. I see a lot of y'all do that. Y'all give back. Stop doing it. If you made your goal for the day or for a whole week, take it and run. Market ain't going anywhere, as you guys can see. This scenario played out kind of crazy. Remember, there's actually a SPY YouTube video I created similar to this play out too. Don't know why I'm not taking. I just been scalping. I guess it's just fun. All right, but I want you guys to get some rest. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for market opens. Give you my 2 cents. Go over this video as many times as possible just to get an idea and get a feel for it. Catch you all tomorrow.